The soul that returned. Dogs who brought their owners back from the brink of death. Dogs are more than just pets. They are protectors, companions, and, sometimes, lifesavers. Their bond with humans transcends logic, allowing them to sense danger, distress, and even the will to live fading from their beloved owners. Some dogs have saved their owners from deadly medical emergencies, waking them from unconsciousness when no one else was around. Others have stopped their humans from ending their own lives, sensing despair and intervening at the most critical moment. These are true stories of dogs who refuse to let their humans go, bringing them back from the edge of death through sheer love, devotion, and an unexplainable connection that science still struggles to understand. The dog that detected a silent killer. David had always been a healthy man, but one night, something went terribly wrong. As he slept, his golden retriever, Max, began acting strangely. Max, usually a calm and quiet dog, started pacing the bedroom, whining, and pawing at David's chest. When David didn't respond, Max jumped onto the bed and began licking his face aggressively. Still, David did not wake up. Max then did something extraordinary. He bit David's arm just hard enough to jolt him awake. Disoriented and feeling unwell, David stumbled to the bathroom, only to collapse. Paramedics later revealed that David had suffered a silent heart attack in his sleep. Had Max not woken him, he would have died before morning. Max had no medical training, only an unbreakable bond with his owner that told him something was wrong. The husky that stopped a suicide. Lisa had fallen into deep depression after losing her fiancé in a tragic accident. She stopped going out, barely ate, and spent most of her time in bed. The only thing keeping her tethered to the world was her Siberian husky, Nova. One night, overwhelmed with grief, Lisa made a heartbreaking decision. She wrote a farewell letter, placed it on the table, and walked toward the bathroom. But Nova sensed something was different. The dog, who had been lying quietly in the living room, suddenly jumped up and ran after Lisa, whining frantically. As Lisa locked the bathroom door, Nova began scratching at it wildly, barking and howling louder than ever before. The noise was deafening. Nova's desperate cries broke through Lisa's emotional fog. It was the first time in weeks she felt like someone truly needed her. Tears streamed down her face as she opened the door. Nova immediately leaped onto her, licking away her tears, pressing her body against Lisa as if to hold her together. That night, instead of taking her own life, Lisa hugged Nova for hours. She later sought therapy and credited Nova with saving her from the darkest moment of her life. The German shepherd that dragged his owner from death. Mark, a 70-year-old veteran, lived alone with his German shepherd, Rex. One morning, as he stepped out to get his mail, he suffered a stroke and collapsed on his front lawn. Helpless and unable to call for help, Mark lay there, struggling to stay conscious. But Rex sprang into action. First, he licked Mark's face, trying to keep him awake. When that didn't work, he gently grabbed Mark's sleeve with his teeth and began dragging him toward the house. Neighbors later said they saw Rex pulling his owner inch by inch, refusing to stop despite the weight. After nearly 20 minutes of effort, Rex managed to get Mark close enough to the door where a delivery driver finally spotted them and called 911. Doctors said that had Mark stayed outside much longer, he wouldn't have survived. Thanks to Rex's quick thinking and determination, Mark was able to recover fully. The Labrador that stopped carbon monoxide poisoning. One winter night, Amanda, a single mother, and her 5-year-old son were asleep when their heater malfunctioned, releasing carbon monoxide into their home. Their black Labrador, Duke, was the first to notice something was wrong. As the deadly, odorless gas filled the house, Amanda began slipping into unconsciousness. Duke jumped onto her bed and barked furiously, shaking her with his paws. When Amanda did not wake up, Duke bit her wrist, hard enough to hurt, but not break the skin. The pain was enough to pull Amanda out of her drowsiness. As soon as she woke up, she felt dizzy and nauseous, but Duke was already dragging her toward the front door. Realizing something was wrong, Amanda grabbed her son and stumbled outside. Minutes later, she collapsed on the sidewalk, but neighbors had already called an ambulance after hearing Duke's relentless barking. Doctors confirmed that if Duke hadn't woken Amanda, both she and her son would have died in their sleep. The dog that pulled his owner from an icy lake. On a winter afternoon, James decided to take his Rottweiler, Bruno, for a walk near a frozen lake. When Bruno ran onto the ice, James followed, only for the ice to crack beneath his feet. As freezing water engulfed him, James struggled to stay afloat, his limbs quickly going numb. Bruno, sensing the danger, ran to the edge of the ice and barked frantically. With no time to waste, Bruno did something incredible. He crawled toward James, grabbed his jacket collar with his teeth, and started pulling him out. Each second counted as Bruno dragged his owner inch by inch toward the shore. Despite the risk of falling in himself, by the time James reached solid ground, he was too weak to move. But Bruno pressed his warm body against him until help arrived. The rescue team said James would have died from hypothermia if Bruno hadn't acted so fast. The science behind the connection. Many scientists have studied the incredible ability of dogs to detect human emotions, illnesses, and dangers. Some theories suggest that dogs can sense changes in body chemistry, detecting medical conditions like strokes, heart attacks, and carbon monoxide poisoning before symptoms become severe. Read micro-expressions and behavior, noticing the smallest signs of distress or depression in their owners. Use their heightened sense of smell to detect chemical imbalances linked to anxiety, fear, or even impending medical emergencies. But beyond science, the truth remains: dogs don't just love us, they fight to keep us alive. Conclusion: the souls that refuse to let go. The stories of Max Nova, Rex, Duke, and Bruno are just a glimpse into the countless times dogs have saved their humans from the brink of death. Whether it was by waking them from unconsciousness, preventing suicides, or pulling them from disaster, these dogs prove that their love isn't just unconditional, it's life-saving. There are heroes among us, and some of them walk on four legs. The next time your dog nudges you, whines at you, or refuses to leave your side, pay attention. They may be trying to tell you something that could save your life. These remarkable dogs didn't just love their owners, they saved their lives. If these stories moved you, please like, comment, and share to spread awareness of the incredible bond between humans and dogs. Don't forget to subscribe to Dog Discoveries with Florence for more inspiring and emotional dog stories.